Good morning, how are you? Here we are back in the Yorkshire Dales. It's windy, it's raining, and it's really cold. So yeah, I think this is like the forecast now for, I don't know, the next couple of weeks at least. We've just like had no end of rain. It's just been just awful. Anyway, I forced myself to come out. I thought I'd come out. I'm at Reeth today, and I thought I would just come and have a bit of a pootle about. I was planning on going to Maiden Castle and then going on the top of Harkerside, but it doesn't look too pleasant up there. Well, I don't know. I'm just going to have a bit of a pootle along the river. We'll see. I'll see where it takes me today. So I just stopped off for my lunch. It is very quiet today, which is nice. I think all the sensible people are at home where it's warm and dry. But it has stopped raining, so I might head up the hill up to Maiden Castle. It is nice and spooky and misty up there, so I suppose it's an ideal day to visit an Iron Age settlement. So it might be quite nice. So yeah, I will head up there. Yeah, at least it stopped raining. That's positive. I'm happy about that. So yeah, if we get up there quickly before it starts raining again, yeah, that's a good idea. So you might recognise this. That's the Swale Trail that I did a couple of months ago. But we're not going that way today. We're going to head up onto the moor to visit the Iron Age fort instead. Okay, made it up the hill, and it hasn't rained. That's great. We're here now. This is it. So I'm just in a ditch just alongside the hill fort. This is the hill fort here. Why I say hill fort? Hill fort? Settlement? I don't know. I guess it's debatable. I'm not an archaeologist, so I don't know. But yeah, there's a trench that runs all around it. It's a pretty big place. So this is a trench that runs on the outside. Then this little rocky path goes into it. So we're going to have a look around. But yeah, it's pretty big. It's like mostly rubble, obviously. But yeah, I think you might be able to get sort of an idea of the size of it. It's pretty windy up here. I'm kind of sheltered in this bit, so I might not be able to say very much until I'm across onto the other side in the next ditch area. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but there's like a huge circle here. So this is like one great big huge circle, and it's like indented here. And I guess originally there would have been a wall all the way around here. You can see there's like rubble towards the other end. It's much more exposed over there, obviously. It's also like grown over around this huge ring. So yeah, let's go and have a look on the other side. So here you can see some of the wall exposed. So that rock there, that rock wall, would have run all the way around this settlement. And I guess in the middle would have been maybe something wooden in there, maybe some wooden structures as well as maybe some stone structures. I don't know really, to be honest. So yeah, it must have been quite well like protected, quite secure, because this wall would have been, I guess, pretty big. I'm not sure how much this is going to pick up because it's quite windy, but you can see here the remains of walls, and apparently these walls ran straight over and kind of dipped down over there, but they must have been pretty high again, and look at the amount of stone and rubble that's been left over here. So I don't know what they were for. Yeah, it's quite impressive really. It must have been quite magnificent back in the day, a few thousand years ago. I imagine this was a very different landscape back then. Trees and shrubs. It's quite barren now, but 2,000 years ago or more, it would have been a very different place to live. If you go further up onto Hackside, there's more like structures up there, great big ditches, and the remains of more walls, and I think they were put there to sort of possibly protect from Roman invasion. I'm not entirely sure, but they are pretty big as well. But you can see up there, it's kind of misty up there, so I might not head up there today. It is a little bit wilder on the tops. So this might be as far as I'll go today. Now I think also this lump over there is barrow. So I think there's 3 along here, so there's one there, and I do believe there's one that's like further, it's right over there, top of the hill, towards that way. I'm not quite sure, I can't quite remember where the 3rd one is, but I'm sure, I think there's another one. I don't know if it's further down that way or on the top of the hill. So yeah, they buried their dead here as well. But yeah, it's a fascinating landscape. Might come back up in the summer when we've got some views, we can see a bit more. we can clearly see here the trench. Just trying to move around. You can clearly see there the trench there on that side, and obviously that runs all the way around the structure, all the way around, and then back through here. And I think from this point of view you can probably see the straight line of the wall a bit better as well. Look, so there's one there and then one this side as well. So obviously people walked down the middle. So, but yeah, like I say, I'm not 100% sure people know the purpose of this either. So yeah, who knows? It's a mystery, but I quite like mystery. And yeah, it's quite spectacular up here, and it's just lovely to think about the people that used to be in this land, that lived here before us, our ancestors, and how they lived and where they chose to live up here. Can you imagine just living up here with this? I mean, I don't know. What kind of a view was it back in those days? I don't know. It wasn't this patchwork of fields in those days, was it? It would have been completely different. I'm not sure you can make it out, but there is like a circle here. So I guess that was where a roundhouse used to be. You can just about see it. So yeah, I think there, if you wander around, you might be able to like spot just like the few sort of like a few rings that were roundhouses inside the main protective wall. So that was Maiden Castle. I hope you found that very interesting. So I think I might take a little wander up the hill a little bit, just for a while, see how it goes. Yeah, have a bit of a poodle, see what the weather's like up there, and then I'll decide what to do next. So here's the other barrow. I think you can see it quite clearly there, and people have started to build a cairn on top of it as well. Yeah, the mist is really coming in now. Look at that. You can't see a thing. Look at that. Yeah, it's pretty bad now. So I don't think there's any point me heading up the hill. I was going to head up over there. But yeah, I don't think there's much point really. I'm not going to go to see any amazing views today. So yeah, not much point. It's yeah, it's white now. All I can see is just like white everywhere. So I'm going to have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to head back. I'm going to follow a footpath back down towards the river, and then head back into Reeth. So today's walk has turned out quite nice. It stopped raining, hasn't been too bad. I'm pretty warm because I'm in like full waterproofs, so that's kept me nice and cosy. We're back on the just on the path by the river now. So yeah, just kind of like retracing my steps now. I'm going to go over the swing bridge again and then head back into Reeth. So that's the end of the walk today. Made it back to the car. Yeah, it's turned out to be quite a nice little walk today, and the weather wasn't too bad either, so that was good. I have to say, it did take me a while to motivate myself to get out this morning because of the weather forecast, so that was bonus. Anyway, I shall say goodbye now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.